Hello, my friends. Hey, this is Kylan Hunt with Kylan Hunt and Company, and I'm going to just get this off of here right quick, my friends. So, hey, welcome to this live event where we're going to be talking about sales basics. And this is a series that we're doing for all of our, whoops, there we go, just a second. Working on a technical difficulty here. There we are. So this sales basics program is for anybody who's in the sales space. See, what happened is a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to work with somebody who was fairly new in sales. And even though I had been in sales for a long time, he was struggling right at the beginning. And what I began to realize is I was missing the sales basics. To work with him on. I was forgetting some of the most important aspects of selling that I had to learn, 20 years ago as I was getting really into the sales space. And when I began to realize there are just so many basics to selling that we can sometimes forget as professionals. So that's what we're really here for now, is to talk about the real value of the basics. See, I love this quote. It says, champions are brilliant at the basics. And if you're going to be a champion in the sales space, if you're going to be a champion in the leadership space, you have to be brilliant with the basics. So that's really what we're looking at here. And to start off, we're going to be looking at the core basics of selling in life, in all things in general. Now, I left these two quotes on here at the bottom. It says, nothing will work unless you do. That is foundational. If you're going to be successful in anything in life, you've got to put the work in. If you're not putting the work into it, you're not going to get the outcome for it. And then the second quote that I put there is something that I talk about with people all the time. Selling is simple unless we overcomplicate it. So we don't want to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. And if we're going to keep it simple, it takes a lot of hard work to keep it simple. We have to make sales an enjoyable process for the person on the other side of the table. We want to make sales exciting and fun for the people that we're working with, that we're connecting with, if we're leading a team or whatever it is that we're doing. So keeping it simple is on us as sales leaders. Now, yesterday we talked about everyone selling. Everybody sells. Even if you're a mom teaching or selling your kids on eating healthy food, it is still a sales process. We talked about that yesterday. So one of the most foundational things is to recognize that everybody is in sales. Everybody. There's no human being on the planet that is not in sales in some capacity. Today, we're going to be looking at what the good, in fact, let me back up here a second, why good sales skills are good for you. This is, again, extremely important. When you're learning how to sell, you want to be thinking about good sales skills. There's a lot of skills out there that you can learn, but not all of them are going to be good sales skills. So the benefit of learning good sales skills are going to be the following 5 things that we talk about. Now, there's a lot of other benefits, but I'm going to focus in on what I think are 5 basic ones. The thing about learning sales skills is this is not something you're born with. These are things that you can learn and that you can grow with. Okay, so here we are. The number one thing that I believe learning sales skills will do for you is build confidence. See, when I first started in the sales space, I had no confidence. I was so scared to drive down the driveway of a new potential customer, and I would get sick driving to their place. I would get so nauseously sick driving to their place. So that really made it hard for me, okay? Now, the next thing is we want to think about improving our ability to connect. As I continued to learn great sales skills, as I began to learn the laws of connection, I was gaining confidence and I was learning to connect with people. There's really nothing better in life, in my opinion, than to have the ability to connect with other people, connect with their personality traits, with behaviors that they're struggling with, their challenges, being able to connect and emphasize with people. EQ is what we talk a lot about, emotional intelligence, and the ability for us to empathize is huge. Okay, so it's going to learning sales skills, no matter if you're a professional salesperson, you're an amateur salesperson, learning sales skills is priceless. Now, the next one improves personal awareness. This is big. This is so big. And one of the sales skills that I teach people to do, and I'm still doing this today, is to evaluate every sales call. Every sales call. There's not a sales call that you go on that you should not be evaluating. Why? Because it's going to improve your awareness of what you're hearing, of what you're seeing, of what you're experiencing. And I would even go so far as to say this, and I challenge people on, I did it for years, and it's probably something that I should do again. I recorded myself in the sales process. I put my phone in my pocket when the phones came out years ago, and I had an opportunity to record myself. I would put a phone in my pocket and I would listen to what I said. I would listen to how I said it. I listened to the tone of my voice. I listened to the objections that I created. One of the things we talk about in the TLS Advantage live event is where objections come from. And I learned by listening to myself that I was the cause of a lot of my objections. The objections that I was getting pushback on, I created those. But by raising my influence or raising my personal awareness, I was able to identify those things that I was saying and eliminate those objections. That was huge for me. But if I wasn't listening to what I was saying when I was in the sales space, if I would not have went back and listened to what I said in my own recordings, I would have totally missed it. Okay? So learning good sales skills is going to improve your personal awareness. Now, also, good sales skills are going to help you define what you value. We all value things, my friends. We all do. The thing is, when I ask most business owners, entrepreneurs, even some of the leaders that we work with, and even some fairly large companies, if I ask them, what are your 6 core values? They struggle with that. They'll come out with the ones that are most common. It's God, it's family, it's faith, it's goals, it's whatever it is. They take something off the top of their head, but they really don't know specifically what those values are. And that is a huge problem. That is a massive problem, actually. So as we start thinking about the sales space, learning how to present to people, learning how to connect with people, learning to raise our awareness, all of these things are going to help you as an individual define the things that you value in life. Okay? If you struggle with identifying your values, go out and start selling something to someone. I don't care if it's just selling them an idea. Work with a nonprofit that you go out and recruit and teach people, or recruit for, funding or stuff like that. If you're wanting to see the things that you value, go sell. And I promise you, in that process, you're going to start to see and learn the things that you value. Now, the last benefit that we talk about on here of learning sales skills is to improve your quality of life. Now, I'm not just talking about the ability to increase your income to raise your quality of life. That's not what I'm talking about. Sure, if you go out and make more money selling, you're going to have freedom. You're going to have choices. You're going to be able to do other things that you can't do today when you don't have the revenue. Okay? So by all means, improving your quality of life, a lot of that is going to be improving your financial status. But there's also another thing. Go back and look at all of the things that we previously talked about. Builds confidence, improves your ability to connect with people, improves personal awareness, and helps define your values. Tell me, which one of those things that if you improve them would not make your life better? If you focus on sales skills and you learn to do these things, when your confidence is better, your life is better. When your ability to connect with people is better, your life is better. When your personal awareness about the problems and where those problems come from is heightened, your life is better. When you can define the things that you value in life and you live every day for those values, your life is better. So all in all, as you learn the benefits of sales skills and you learn to implement those in your life is going to improve. My friends, I would like you to connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere you find Kylan Hunt and Company, connect to us because we're going to continue to bring you more value like this. Think about it again. If you can increase your confidence, improve your ability to connect with people, increase your awareness, define your values, how is your quality of life going to improve? That, my friends, will make a difference. All right, that's what we have for this time. Coming in next week, next time, hopefully tomorrow, selling is all about influence. Now, we've covered that briefly in a previous session, but as we move into tomorrow, selling is about influence. So all the things we just talked about, increasing your ability to connect, confidence, in knowing your values. Now, focus on that with influence. How is your life going to begin to change? Selling and learning sales skills will absolutely change your life. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Make it an amazing day. Go sell. And like we always say at Kylan Hunt and Company, seek truth, gain wisdom, and serve others. God bless, my friends. Make